quickly as I can.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we're live here now. Yeah, great. Welcome everybody. We're live. This is the Team Certainty Empower Network Prospective New Member Wednesday night Google Hangout. Thanks for joining us wherever you are around the world. I say this every time in one of these hangouts. We do the hangouts twice a week. This time period from Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time, and also Saturday mornings. Saturday morning from 11 to 11:30 is a questions and answer period. I'll get into that in a little bit here, but would just like to welcome, thank you viewers for checking in with us tonight. I have with me below Mr. Iron Dane Richards and Mr. Gary Smith. How you fellows doing?
Good, everybody.
All right, good. I think my bandwidth is good tonight, so but if I drop off or anything, I'll do my best to get right back on and jump in. Tonight's topic, again, is a top producer formula. The new and upcoming product that Empower Network is launching, and David Wood will be doing the first of several trainings and introductions to the product this coming Saturday. We got a lot to talk about that. We also have some things about iPass 2 coming up, and and then the Empower Network event, in Miami, which will be a lot of fun getting down there. So anyway, a lot of stuff to go over. As we let people kind of jump in here, Mr. Iron Dane Richards, Mr. Gary Smith, anything you want to chat about? I know football's part of it, but anything you want to chat about your neck of the woods, news, politics, anything?
I don't know. Every year we have a series of bobbleheads that come out on our Broncos, and they just announced those today. So that was kind of fun. That's always the prelude into the football season is scrambling to get your bobbleheads. I've got every one of the whole collection since they started doing this, and I did a shelf with a mirror behind it for the theater room and stuff where we watch the games. It's just fun stuff. I love this time of year. This is the most exciting. We're supposed to go down to 59 degrees tonight. Yes. Woo. I've had it with the heat. I just don't do heat well anymore, and or tree trimming. I had a tree beat me up Monday, and I've been kind of under the weather a little bit. Not too bad. It looks like I used up several cat lives again, but them damn trees.
Yeah, I noticed that the you guys had some hot weather up there, for the last 4 or 5 months actually. And
it's actually it's been one of the most pleasant Augusts we've had in a long time. We got thunderstorms, and we're supposed to have another series come through tonight, but it's been a very pleasant August. Usually it's triple digits the whole month, and the rodeo was fun this year. We're in the series of the National Rodeo pros all come through here. They like this town, and we always put on a good rodeo for them and stuff. They had a load of bulls here this time. Nobody could ride them. On the final Saturday night, they whittled it down that whoever stayed on the longest would win the top 5 spots. They had guys that had rode. And the very last rider, he had stayed on his first bull one night during the week, and he stayed on the very last event of the rodeo. And it was funny. The announcer was saying, "Now what happens in Caldwell stays in Caldwell." For the bull riding, the bull riders can't ride these bulls, and we're having to score by whoever stays on the longest. 2 seconds and 3 seconds and shit.
Or did they have the descendants of Bodacious? Are those the bulls?
I don't know what the deal was. I mean, it was just weird. They'd come out of the chute and go out there like they was sitting on a spring. It was the craziest rodeo ever. And then we had one of our barrel racers lay down an arena record. She scooted around there in 17 seconds. Around the barrels. 17.1, I think it was.
All right, I think I understand the Broncos, Boise State football Broncos, and understand all that, and weather. Down here where I live, it's still a scorcher. I know you're getting some decent weather there, Mr. Iron Dane Richmond, but it's just been brutal down here where I live in South Texas, and there's no let up. It's 99, 100%, or 100 degree or 99, 100 degrees and 100% humidity. So and if you're out golfing, you're out in the pool, you just got to stay underwater, you'll be okay. As long as it's not for too long. But I'm going to welcome that cool weather here soon. I got to tell you, the football season, college football is right around the corner. We got the pros now, and it should be a lot of fun all the way around. Moving into this part of the year is a good time, for us. Obviously, with Empower Network, we're making good money, working from home, living the lifestyle, and having the freedom that we do. But you put on top of it, these things that are coming up, new product, event, and then the holidays, Halloween and the holidays, cold weather, it's a good time to be around, be alive, and making good money. That's what we're doing. Okay, so let's kind of move into the the heat of this hangout with this new product, the top producer formula that David Wood is going to manhandle and deliver to all of us. Gary, you stay on top of these things in regards to the pricing of it and so forth, and the value of getting in early on the price. You've always been able to do that with your account, and your relationship with Empower Network, as far as getting all in, and like we all are, but you've done it at the least expensive route. Can you explain to the prospective new members how that process is working now, and also obviously the buttons down below to get started, but what all does that mean to people? And beginning with the 23rd, this Saturday, when all the prices will change. So they have until now, until I think midnight on Saturday night, to have the prices at the lowest, and what that means.
It's been kind of a pleasure. Well, I don't know, pleasure or what the heck to even call it. I'm kind of like a professional shopper, and people have razzed me my whole life. How do you find stuff for the prices you find it at? Patience. It's anybody in a hurry to buy anything is somebody looking to get screwed. And that's pretty much the rule of thumb that you want to live by in your life, especially on a car lot. You haven't lived until you've been asked to leave a car lot. And I'm going on like 5 times. But you just got to be patient and wait things out. And I did that when I jumped into Empower. I kind of jumped into it blindly through another offer, and I had the thing for 6 months and hadn't even looked at it, and then I because the price just wasn't that high, when I got in, and then I thought, well, geez, I'm paying for this, I ought to have a look, and about that time an invite comes that I'm invited down to Costa Rica, and I can have the master's course, which is a $3,500 product, for free. All I got to do is go down to Costa Rica. And I probably should have done that, on hindsight. I probably should have got my butt down there, but things weren't really going well. I do a lot of different things. I sell a lot of different stuff. And, today I found I don't know if you guys know anything about HDMI or memory, but I found a memory chip that was $1,389 for one little memory chip. I sell memory and HDMI cables like crazy, but it's fun stuff. And there again, shop. You have to shop for that stuff. And right now, in Empower Network, they're kind of trying to do a rebirth with Empower Network, and we kind of got some negative press there a little bit. And so Dave Woods decided to come out and give all the secrets that has made him the top producer, not only in Empower Network, but also 4 other companies leading up to this. Leading up to Empower Network, he was the lead salesperson and won cars and trips and all kinds of stuff in 4 different businesses before Empower Network. And he's going to release all that secrets and information, so to speak. And you have an opportunity to shop this thing right, and you can get in at half price. Now, Saturday the 23rd from 2 p.m. Eastern to 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 6-hour event. Dave Wood's going to go on stage in Denver in front of a live audience. I'm not sure if it's live or virtual live. I think it's going to be a little bit of both. That's why he's going to do it from Denver. And he's going to sell and launch this product. And when he does that and you're signed up, he's actually selling for you. You hook up your links and everything to this, and he will be selling for you. Now, that event was $7 to attend that event. It's no longer $7. Now it's $17 to attend that event. So if you didn't get your $7 ticket, you can still buy in at $17. And I strongly suggest to double in this thing. And it's simple to do. All you got to do is click on the buttons below and buy in at the $25 level, get in the back office, and buy your $17 seat, your $27 product, and your $297. I think Mike had it down to like $320 something, or for all three of those. And you can actually, you're buying them at half price, okay? And then Saturday, when he launches this event, I'm not sure if before or after the event or during the event, the price is going to double, on that thing. So that's your in. Do what I did 2 years ago and buy in at all these products at half price and then resell them at full price. That's pretty much a simple deal.
Yeah.
It's open to affiliates only, and until Saturday at 2 o'clock, you can buy this thing at half price. So,
well, that's the aspect that I like about it too, is that you can get in at the cheap rate of $297, get the product, get the training, $297, get it all, and then as the price goes up to $497, and you turn around and sell it as many times as you want to. You have unlimited inventory, and you get to keep 100% of the profits. Now, let me take that back. I think it's 70% of this one. Pretty sure it's 70% of the 80%. No, it's 70% of the 297, 497 one. So, and then the 999 or 997, it's 70% as well. I've got to confirm that, but if it's not 70, it's pretty close to it. So, I'm pretty sure it's right at 70. So, and again, that's one of the main things I did when I did my due diligence and joined Empower over a year ago was look at what made it appealing, and you as viewers, as prospective viewer or potential customers, and new members of Empower Networking Team certainly need to know this, and all three of us joined for different reasons. My business background, most people know, is mergers and acquisitions. I do a tremendous amount of analyzing, on business situations to determine, hopefully, what the best decision is. I spent a lot of time analyzing Empower Network, their products, the people behind them, David Wood, David Sharp, and so forth, and came to the conclusion after visiting for the first time at their live event in Austin, Texas, after watching them for about 6 months, that they had something that was good. To believe that, they've got a product. I'll always be loyal. Here, because the products are so good, and the products are applicable to everybody that wants to learn how to make money on the internet. And it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. They're constantly improving, and these new type of products, the top performer, what is that all about? We've got into that last Monday, and that's probably something that, we will get into later in this hangout as well. But the bottom line is, from me and what Gary was saying earlier, that the amount of money that you spend, here at Empower Network, which will be some, you will spend money. It's like you would in any other business. You start your own business, you're going to have to spend some money, to make it work and make it profitable, and you learning skills as well. So when you buy these products, you get to learn from them, and then you get to resell them, is you have unlimited inventory. You can sell it as many times as you want to, as long as you buy it once. You can resell it as many times as you want to. And the commissions are, if they're not 100%, they're 70%. So, you know, it's a wonderful situation to be in, and as you develop your business, when you have these types of components as part of your business, then you're light years ahead of anybody else. You know, when it comes to having a successful business, you get unlimited inventory, and you get to sell it as many times as you want to, and keep 70 to 100% of the profits of the sale proceeds. You know, how can that compete with a franchise or any other home business? You know, a restaurant, a shoe service company. You know, I tell this story all the time. I'll do it again right now and make it real simple for everybody about Home Depot. You know, I tell this Home Depot story a lot, but people, every time I tell it, I get an email that says that's a great story. So I keep telling it, right? So, you know, that's what I like about Empower Network, and this product's the same way. This top, you know, formula, you know, top producer formula is the same thing. You know, you can buy this top, and here's what Gary was trying to say. I'm going to do this a different analogy on this one.
Oh, we lost your voice, Mike.
Sorry. How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes this bandwidth is crazy here tonight. So anyway, you know, you buy the 297, you know, top producer formula tonight for 297. You know, and you buy it, you'll learn it, you'll get all the training, top producer formula training you get, and all that's, you know, great, you know, for your skill set improvement, and you're able to sell that top producer formula anytime you want to, and keep for as many times as you want to, forever, you know, and you get 70%, you know, of the sale proceeds. You know, so it's just like, you know, going down to but the difference here is you're paying $297, and the price is going to go up to $497. So you're not going to get 70% of $297. You're going to pay $297, get the product, and then it's going to be able to be resold at $497. So you'll get 70% of $497, and that's probably more than $297. You know, so you get back 100% of your profit. So the point I'm trying to make is like it's like going down to a Home Depot and buying a riding lawnmower. In this particular case, you know, you have a $250 lawnmower. You pay the clerk there at Home Depot $250, you know, for this riding lawnmower. And you come back the next day and you say, okay, I'm ready for another lawnmower, and the clerk says, oh well, it's $500. The price went up. It's no longer $250. It's $500. But because you bought one yesterday, you know, you get as many of these as you want for free. And you look at the clerk and say, oh yeah, I know that, I understand that, and I've got a guy over here I want to sell it to for $500. He goes, okay, great. And he pulls out the riding lawnmower, he gives it to you. You take the $500 from the guy, and the guy gets on the riding lawnmower and goes off. It's what he wanted to buy in the first place. You know, he wanted to learn the skills. He wanted to learn, you know, how to make money on the internet, how to build his producer on the internet, and this is exactly what he's looking for. And it's a wonderful product. So he goes off, and you come back the next day and you say, oh, listen, I need 2 lawnmowers today. I have 2 people that want to buy it from me. And the guy says, okay, great. So the Home Depot guy pulls out 2 more riding lawnmowers, pulls up there, and what you paid $97 for, you turn around and sell that to two people at $500, and now you pocket, you know, 70% of that. $700 goes into your pocket, and you only paid $297 one time, and you can keep on doing that every day of the month. Now tell me that's not a good deal. And that's just one product. Empower Network has 5 or 6 products, and we'll have more by the end of the year. So, you know, the analogy is one of the things that I really like about Empower Network is the structure that they have. You know, and the products. If the products weren't good, I wouldn't like it. But the products are excellent. You know, and David Wood is a master at selling them for you. He'll sell them for you. You just bring the people to the party, and he does the selling. And that's what's going on this Saturday. You know, the Saturday he's doing the presentation. You know, it's what would you say, Gary? It was $17 now. I think it is. The price has gone up. Something. I think it goes up to $27. the day of the event. I'm not sure, but you know, from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 6 hours worth of training. You know, and people, I guarantee you, paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the same training, you know, at another time for David Wood. I can assure you that. But you'll come out far ahead with this, and you know, have access to the $297 product, which again you can resell for $497 and keep 70% of the profits. So anyway, you know, a lot of that. Let's talk about the content. You know, a little bit of this top performance. You know, in Iron Dame, Richard, you jump in anytime. You have comments. Do you have any comments on this? You know, this part of the, you know, the process of the top performer product at all?
Well, it's going to be, you know, I think it's going to be an outstanding, you know, addition to the regular lineup. You know, I'm real big on the Costa Rica intensive, you know, because of the training of it, and folks, you know, what great news is you can get involved in it, and then, you know, they're doing the selling for you basically at this rate. You know, I mean, and that I think is the biggest plus of this weekend coming up. You know, Gary, I mean, how often do you have a professional do it for you, right? I mean, you can't get Anthony Robbins to come out here and do it for you unless you're going to spend millions, right?
No, exactly.
It'll be something to see.
Yeah, should be good.
Gets up there and gets cranked up and gets going, and that's kind of the sweet thing about this too, guys, is he teaches you how to recruit in 2 to 4 people a day into whatever you're doing. This, you don't have to think that, well, I don't know if I want to sell those Empower Network products. I got this thing going on, you know, that I've been working with for years. He can teach you how to be the top producer in whatever you're doing. That's kind of the secret of this thing. You don't have to be an affiliate. Now, my feeling is, okay, you do that, and you put a little link. You don't go goober up your page with tons of links on Empower Network, just one. And you get people captured into whatever you're doing and selling and promoting, and they fall in love with you or your product or whatever you're doing, and they see that little link down at the bottom. I guarantee you they're going to be clicking on it because they like you. And that's basically, he's going to teach us how to build lists that people actually respond to. It's not a list of people like pen pals, you know, and you're just sending them out stuff all the time, chatting about bullshit. His list, he'll teach you how to build a list that actually produces. Anytime you want a payday, you plug your list and people are going to buy. He's going to teach us how to do that, and then just all the secrets that he's kind of kept under his vest, he's revealing, because this is a thing with Wood to build one of the biggest organizations that's ever been built, that people actually make money, and you know, it actually helps people, and that's his goal, and not just in the United States. He wants to wrap this thing around the globe, and he's not going to back off until he's totally achieved that. You know, 20, 30 years, who knows, you know, how long. I think he may go longer. I think he may go till he's an 80-year-old man. You know, it's just in his blood, and anybody that's a true salesman can kind of fall in love with that. And don't miss the event Saturday. You'll see something like you've never seen before. He like transforms into this selling monster, you know, that's like the big old transforming giant that levitates credit cards out of people's pocket and floats them right up to the stage. You know, it's the craziest thing you'll ever see, and I'll guarantee it, I'm not going to miss it for anything, and I'm going to make dang sure that he's padding my bank account when he's doing it. I've been sending stuff all week, but that's the biggest secret to this. If you're not totally convinced that you want to sell Empower Network products, fine. Let him teach you how to be the top producer in whatever you do.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of the product, and it goes way back to when they launched the blog Beast, and I did that ebook on what direction Empower Network's going in, and I do believe this is the start of them with the intent, of trying to become leaders in the market regarding, training, and it doesn't matter what product you're doing, whether it's Empower's product or, New Skin or Isogenics or Organogold, Carabars, whatever, whatever product you're promoting, the Empower Network products will help you achieve your goals of being a top producer, in those organizations. And if you sell Empower Network products on the side, that's fine too. Do it. Now you can make more money. The only thing that there's sticklers on the Empower Network is you cannot cross promote at the Empower Network events. And so if we wanted to promote any product tonight on this Google Hangout, we could do that if we wanted to, no problem. We just can't promote it, at an Empower Network event. Next event is in October in Miami, which will be a big one, a good one, a real big one. And last one for the year, a lot of fun. I've already got my room and hotel and everything else, and we'll have a good team there and live large as stipulation for Empower Network. Really, the only rules that they have, obviously, they have a big compliance department, that worries about what your website says and everything else. And you got to stay within reasonable compliance amongst all that.
Oops.
There's no sound again, Mike.
Can you hear us?
When it's coming in, and okay, you can hear it now, Gary.
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes there'll be a slight delay. You may not hear anything for a couple seconds, but it's still recording. And when this broadcast goes live, I'm sorry, it goes up on replay, it'll catch it. So,
okay.
But anyway, that's all I really had to say about the earnings disclaimer and everything. But it's yourself with Empower Network with our efforts behind it. So okay, let's talk a little bit about the guts of the top performer product, and it's really what it says it is. It's how to become a top producer in whatever you're selling. So what does that entail? What is Dave Wood going to be talking about? Is he going to be talking about like Gary said, lists and all this other stuff? I think, from what I've been told, the answer is, some of the tools that he's going to be using.
Whoops. Well, he'll be joining us in a matter of a moment, but
he'll be back.
But yeah, he'll go through. I know he wants to really talk about these tools of, the sales tools that, and the promos that are going to go along with it.
Yep, it'll be fun. I'm looking really forward to it, and I'm looking for a big payday. Like always, that always makes it fun. And guys, that's one of the funnest things, every week, to get the notifications from Empowered that you got money put into your bank account, and that's just fun stuff to get those every.
Yeah, 10 or 100 sign up over the weekend, huh? I mean, that's just
it could very easily be the biggest thing that biggest one day that I've ever had, in Empower Network, and that has to be exciting, It just I wouldn't be me if I wasn't excited about it. So that'll be a good thing. Looking forward to that, and Mike's trying to get back in.
Yeah.
Hopefully this stays, recording. I think it does.
It does. Oh no, it's continuing on. So
we're still marked live, so we're good. I don't know. I think he's got that computer about overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I had that trouble with mine a little while back, and I broke the needle off my hard drive, and pretty much lost everything. Yeah, yeah, and the boys. I'm fortunate to have my kids are all in the computer, industry and have been for years, and my boy came over and put in a new hard drive in this thing. I forget what it's.
The new solid state ones, the solid memory ones, the blocks. Now you don't have to worry about the
690 gig, and so I've got more than I've ever had at this point, and I've been getting along pretty good. I picked up a few bugs. I got one from Skype, and there's just a lot of predators out there. I believe you just got to keep on your toes all the time. Somebody tries to hit my PayPal every week.
Yeah. Well, they tried hacking a couple of my Google email accounts.
Yeah.
And my Google Plus account, and I'm like, oh.
eBay got hacked, and I didn't see any trouble from it, but things are different now. I can see that they've got more safeguards up, and
yeah.
It's a crazy world out there, everybody trying to get to everybody's stuff, and unfortunately they can. If they really want to, you got no protection.
No. I was going to say, I even run Linux. I run Linux on most of them, except to do the Hangouts. Is the only one I have trouble. I got to go back to a Microsoft PC for this. But normally I use Linux all the time on everything, and I've gotten so used to it that it's. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting this weekend, though. On the 23rd when he gets wound up on this, like you said, once he gets pitching, there's no stopping him.
He's been going all week with affiliates teaching us how to get a lot of people to this event and make the most money from this event too. And so he's been walking us through a lot of trainings, and I've caught most of those, and some of it, is stuff because I've been through all the basic products anyway. But he's letting out some secrets that are really, kind of aha moments to me. It's always been, build a business while having a life, and if you don't like to get on the phone, you don't have to. And then he reveals the other night that for 2 years straight, he would get on the phone for an hour every day, and it was probably 15-minute calls, and they probably all weren't in 1 hour span. They were probably spread out during the day, because a lot of people you have to catch in evenings and stuff when they're home. And he went 2 years selling 4 people a day, 100% performance for 2 years straight, signing up 4 a day with that hour call, every 15 minutes or, 15 minutes a person. And he's got a deal that he'll walk you through that you can do the same thing if you're not afraid of the phone. And then videos and stuff, they're going to teach on that, and also building your lists, and then traffic getting methods. That's a huge thing in this. The first time I came online, trying to learn all this stuff years ago, and they said, well, you just got to, market every day. Go to market every day. And so I'm like, okay, go down to the grocery store, and I couldn't figure out how this is helping me in my online business. It wasn't that kind of market. You want to market every day for a certain amount of time, and then you want to make your calls, and you just, line yourself out a schedule, of what you're going to do. But I think Dave's biggest deal on this is so many people come into Empower Network, and his deal is, if you're not making $30,000 a month, you shouldn't be trying to teach anybody anything. You should be sending them to the products and letting them do the teaching, and while you're doing your sales. And then once you get yourself matured to the $30,000 a month deal, then you can start sharing what you're doing and everything. And that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of people come into this just green as gourds and don't have a clue, and start telling people how to be green as gourds like they are.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
And so he's trying to break us out of that, new sign up mode. Now, thinking outside of the box is more than welcomed within Power Network, and a lot of people have their own ideas and lists and come in here and do very, very well, very fast. And see, now those are the special ones that you're kind of looking for. And that's what the whole Power Network platform is kind of built around, is finding leaders and finding top producers. And that's kind of what you're looking for and what you're striving to find. And, you may go through, hundreds of people, and there's been certain ones that have signed up other certain people that have just, slayed them with sales, and that person that signed up, that one person, made an absolute fortune and did nothing but get pass-ups from the person that he signed up. That's all he had to do. So you're looking for that one deal. And I remember a story that Dave Wood told, when he first got into this and struggled and everything, and got one of his college professors to have a house party for him. And, he set up over there, and I think there was 25 people that came to this, and he went through his whiteboard and all that stuff, and this is what you want to do and everything. And he signed up 24 of those 25 people at that meeting. And that was kind of his springboard from that point forward, that, he knew what to do. And then the secret there is he invited people. Well, the college professor that I think did most of the invited people that can afford the situation, what he was presenting. And that's half of the hurdle to a lot of people that sign up with this. Well, I've got $25 and I can't afford anything a month, and I'm going to sign up, and I need this to make me just a barrel of money for that $125. Folks, I'm sorry, but that is a very, very hard thing to do. In 30 days, you're going to have to produce like a person that has been on the internet doing this for years, and you're going to try to match his production, being green as a gourd, not knowing a thing what you're doing, with a $25 investment. That's one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. Now, some people can do this and get away with it because they're really, really dedicated and will just pound this thing. And that's kind of how Dave Wood started out too, when he finally realized and so questioned himself and built an absolute ton of pages. That's when he started really producing, because his content was branded out there so much. But you kind of got to have, a little bit behind you, and hence that's why he did so well with that party, and 24 of the people signed up, because they were kind of picked on they could afford it before they were even invited from that college professor. So, that's kind of one of the things too that I think that we will be learning this Saturday during his Let the Secret Out of the Bag, Saturday event. On how to invite the right people that may want to be signing up, not the ones that are going to come in there and beat you down, and what am I even doing here? How to weed yourself into the right process to invite the right people, to add the right people to your list. It'll just be secrets that are second to none. And we, as this panel, we've gone through all the products anyway, and pretty much know the things that he's really letting out of the bag will jump out at us, and we will note those and share them with you so they don't just kind of slip over your head. if you don't know anything about any of the products. So that's kind of the plus of this thing too, is not only, you know, do you have Dave, you've got the guys on this panel, and we are definitely looking for leaders. And here again, you know, we'll throw down a disclaimer that we can't guarantee, you know, what you'll make, but we can guarantee that you'll have all the information you need. And if you work at it, you can be very successful and hit your goals and achievements and what you want to do. And see, well, you will have all the information, and you're going to have more of the big secrets that are going to be let loose starting this weekend. And we are looking for people on this panel, and these live events that we do are one of the best ways to get yourself branded and get yourself out of there. I don't know how many hours of these we've got on YouTube now, but it's an absolute barrel full. And you know, that is just a main key. Get yourself out there, let people know, and get yourself branded in something, as an authority in something. And Dave will talk about that Saturday too, I'm sure. There's just no doubt in my mind that that will be part of this presentation. Because the worst thing you want to do is come out here and be a huckster, and you're selling weight loss, and you're selling this, that, and the other, and about 5 or 6 different products. You're going to confuse the search engines on what you're trying to do. They like to get you focused in on something, and then roll with that, you know. Make a decision and roll with it. And you can get all in at half price now on the new products, but it's a springboard getting you into the business and getting you going, and then that will lead to getting the other main products of Empower Network and you know, forming yourself and making yourself a business.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I apologize for losing you guys. The bandwidth was bad, and I don't like it when, you know, we're watching, you know, an Empower event, and you know, something happens, they go out, you know, and they don't come back for an hour, you know, and stuff. So I apologize for things that happen here. Appreciate, you know, you guys, you know, doing what you need to do, and for the viewers' sake and so forth. The only comment I have, you know, in regards to you know, the content of the you know, top, you know, producer formula is that, you know, Dave Wood, in my opinion, is going to start out, you know, saying that, you know, it's kind of virtually impossible to help somebody else until you help yourself first. You got to get yourself, you know, in a proper place first before you can help anybody else, and that's the proper mindset. You got to get in the mindset to be able to help somebody else before you can just say, hey, look, this is how to do it. You know, people are different. People identify differently to different things. You know, and he's going to get into the personality traits of certain people, you know, the 4 different, you know, quality traits, you know, and that's something interesting on Saturday. I'll make a note of it now. There's a great personality test I'd like people to take, you know, and it really explains. Did Iron Dave Richards, didn't I send that to you? Did you
sure did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good? Wasn't that very good? I really liked that.
That was really, you know, it was really informative.
Yeah.
And, you'll have to put up the link on that, or put it in the back.
I don't have it here in front of me. I've got it, but it's not prepared. I can't do that. But I will Saturday morning, you know, at our you know, questions and answer hangout. And but anyway, David Wood's going to get into, you know, the training of how to become a top producer. But he first has to teach you and us, you know, how to have the right mindset, you know, of a top producer. So then you can start teaching and training others. Gary, you still there? He stepped away for just a minute, but
he just stepped away for a second.
I know he's got comments on this. So you know, but that's one of the main, you know, core functions, you know, of a top producer is being in the proper mindset, you know, and as a top producer, you know, you've got to have the proper mindset every single day. You know, regardless of what's going on in your personal life, you know, you're going to have good and bad days performance-wise, but you should never have good or bad days personal-wise. You should also always, you know, have good days going into, you know, what your role is supposed to be when it comes to becoming a top producer. You have to channel it properly, you know, and that's part of being a successful top performer, of which Dave Wood will explain and teach some of the tactics that he uses, to accomplish that. So I know Gary's got some comments, a few comments on that he'll get into, as well. But,
I had a
yeah,
bathroom.
no problem.
We last night we watched Canon Camera a copy of that, and they had an apartment that they were trying to rent that had no bathroom in it, and it was just funny. These people would come in and they say, "Well, do you have to go to the bathroom a lot?" And he said, "Well, not really a lot, but when they got to go." And the sales lady, she'd say, "Well, in the middle of the night, if you really have to go to the balcony." These people were just freaking out. It was great. Use the balcony. Well, that's a new thing. It's a bathroomless apartment.
Yeah. Okay, well.
But yeah, guys, this thing, like I said, it's just something that you really need to take advantage of if you've ever thought about getting into this before. A lot of people are spooked and everything because there is so much junk out there on the internet that this doesn't work. It's designed to keep selling you crap over and over and over again. And this is what Empower Network is trying to break through the barriers. And they've had a lot of hurdles that they've had to jump across because of the niche that we are in, the make money from home, make money online. Niche is the most picked on niche there is. I mean, Facebook give us crap, PayPal give us crap, and they overcame every one of these obstacles because it's such a superior product to anything else that's out there. There's not, see the earnings disclaimer. There's nothing that we leave out. Our support staff is second to none to help you through any problems that you have. And also at the bottom of any page you're ever on with Empower Network, there's an unsubscribe. And we're not forcing anybody to do anything here. This is a subconscious decision that you have to make in your own mind to overcome the financial shortfalls that you have in your life and prevail. And once you make that up in your own mind, all the tools that you need to make that happen are right here in front of you. And we're going to get some more this Saturday that have never been released. Everybody, all the so-called gurus that are out there that make millions of dollars a year selling people crap over and over and over again, is going to be put to rest, and you're going to get all the secrets. It's so funny at the events, there's always the guys that jump up in the audience, just tell us the secret, and it's so funny. Wood's response on that, so much of the time is get people to watch the video. Because a lot of that they'll sell for you, and you get to have your links, and basically you can take put your stuff at the end of anything that they do, and they don't care, and it kind of, anybody that signs up through that link is going to be attached to you. And that is one of the sweetest things of Empower Network too, is how they track and everything, the leads, and get them to you. If they're your invite and have your stuff at the end, it's going to fall into your bread basket, So that's the coolest thing, I think about Empower, and they're happy to send you those checks every week. Like I said, when it never gets old seeing, you've got money put into your account from Empower Network. I think we get the notices on Friday, and the money shows up like on Sunday, and probably gets transferred, Monday in the wire transfers and stuff. With the way I set mine up, you can set it up any way you want, to have a check mailed to wherever or however you want to do it. And they've even got now. This is really cool because I like my little PayPal card, because I can go by any, and I got one for me and one for my wife, and I can go by any ATM and take up to $800 a day cash out with those two cards. They're both limited to $400, and I think this one that Empower has now, and I've thought about getting one, is the same way. You can go to any ATM and pop money out of that baby every day. So say you sell something this afternoon, you can pop the money out, fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not really sure how fast, but there's different limits, and then they hold part of the money too for refund, purposes and everything, because that's one of the hardest things to do is dig that back up if you've already taken it and spent it. So they kind of hold those, but.
Well, in closing comments, we have, it's the top of the hour. We've kind of, got a little bit off track, but this top performer, formula, which are all going to get access to this Saturday, and you viewers, using the buttons down below to get signed up. As soon as you get signed up, you're going to have access to it too. That's how you get access to it, by becoming a member first downstairs or down below right here, and then you'll get access to it as well. So, it's just Saturday, and you have to become a member, first before you get access to it. At least that's how we're promoting it here, at Team Certainty. So, Gary and Iron and Richards, do you have any closing comments, for today about the top performer? We'll be back Saturday, and I've got a few things I need to let everybody know about iPass 2 and stuff, but regarding the top performer formula, do you have any closing comments, either one of you guys, on top performer?
Go ahead, Richard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you're in business, you got to make a wise decision, in essence, and you got to look at things and you got to weigh it out. Does this make sense? But for $17. It's a wise decision. And the one thing that goes with making a wise decision is there's an old saying that I love is life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, and a tragedy for the poor. And it just, if you make good wise decisions, you'll get great results. And what makes it a wise decision is you're getting the training that you need, and he's doing the selling for you. And so, I just think it's really a good overall fit. Plus, they get encouraged. I mean, this guy's a pump master. He's going to pump you up more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. So.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest hurdles, that I've faced in a lot of things in my life is when you see an opportunity, you drag your feet. And, well, I just don't know. And a lot of times I see so many people, and I've been guilty of this too, that you drag your feet until the opportunity's not there. And then you're like, dang. And when I got around a group, I've been fortunate in my life to be mentored by several multimillionaires through my life and business dealings, and they've all been the same way. These guys can pull the trigger on an idea quickly. And that's how you keep these deals from slipping past your fingers. But making up your mind and stop the procrastinating and just do it. I did that, with my little eBay thing this week, and opened up a door. It was a difficult door, but, once I'm in there, I'm thinking, why did I drag my feet? It's simple. I should have been doing this a long time ago. And that's what you'll say about this stuff too. It's so simple. I should have been doing this a long time ago. Why was I so nervous? Why was I so scared? It's human nature. Overcome that. And the biggest mistake that people make in anything that we do, and even our lives and income, is procrastination and not taking action. You have to take action to get a result.
No, I agree absolutely. And with this new product, this top performer formula, it's going to be a good one that we all can benefit from. Not only financially, but getting a good core understanding of what it takes to be a performer. If you want to be the best performer selling Empower Network products, you want to get on the leaderboard. You want to be tops Isogenics or Nu Skin or Organo Gold or anything that you're selling. How to become a top performer formula that Dave Wood is going to begin, explaining and delivering to us on Saturday will help you do just that, become a top performer. So we're really looking forward to it. We'll have some things to talk about Saturday morning at our early hangout prior to the training that will go on later in the day. But we'll discuss a few things there. I've got a couple closing comments here just in regards to the iPass too. And I did get a little bit of a brief update, and everything is like they say on schedule. There may be some, I kind of got a little break in the voice that they're contemplating doing one thing more, and if they do it, it's radically going to change it. It's not going to delay it any longer, but I can tell you, Chris Jones is just beginning to get just as frustrated as all of us having to wait as long for iPass 2. But he's doing the right thing, and we're all behind Chris. And when he's able to get it out, it'll be the best thing for us. So that's basically all I can say at this time that I know of. We just have. Okay, well, again, thank you, viewers, for tuning in tonight and viewing. Apologize for the bandwidth. We'll try and get that fixed a little bit better for next week. And thank you, Mr. Iron Dane Richards and Mr. Gary Smith. Appreciate it, fellas. And we'll be back Saturday again. For our questions and answers session, which is Saturday mornings from 11 to 11:30 Central Time. This support button on the side of your broadcast page here. Just click that tab. A box will open up. Ask a question. Type in a question. Anything about Team Certainty, Empower Network, or any one of us team leaders. Support will answer it. Get it back to you. And if they deem it appropriate, send it to us so we can get it out to the public. On Saturday morning. So that's when we'll be back. And again, thank you, viewers. For checking in with us tonight. If you're watching this live, or even watching on a replay. Or even possibly listening to it on one of the radio broadcast stations we broadcast on the internet. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us tonight. And the buttons below are how to join Team Certainty and Empower Network. And we look forward to seeing you again, hopefully, Saturday morning. So thanks, fellas. Thank you, viewers. We'll see you Saturday morning.
Yeah, take care, everybody.
Bye now.